Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the inaugural game of From the Perspective of. This is Firebird Lover, the club captain for From the Perspective of, and I'm joined by the wonderful Xenocat.
How's it going tonight?
Uh, if if you're wondering what this club is about, we are exploring we're exploring the vanilla game from the perspective of each of the individual characters 1 week at a time. And since this is the first week, the Cecil gets to be our hero. As you can see, the objectives reflect the story that Cecil went through. They've been slightly unordered, but pretty much the important objectives to him: rescuing his girlfriend/fiance from her fever, becoming a paladin on Mount Ordeals, forging Excalibur, his legendary sword, and then getting the crystal sword later in the game, and finally marrying Rosa at the very end of the game. You will see some very interesting flags throughout this club. Today's interesting flags, and the ones that will really stand out and really affect the runners, are K Vanilla, so all the key items are in vanilla locations, and T Shuffle, so that all treasures are shuffled within the vanilla game. Sometimes this means you'll find a lot of Cure ones and Ether ones, but there's also 82,000 gold sitting in a chest somewhere.
Yeah, you just have to open the right chest. And you too could get 82,000 gold to spend on all of the things in the shops, which are pretty standard, to be fair. We decided we would let the runners have some nice things.
Well, I mean, the runners deserve some nice things. Also, to be perfectly honest, we didn't want to make these seeds too unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, no, T Shuffle, S Shuffle is fine.
T Shuffle, S Shuffle is terrifying.
It's fine. You just gotta temper your expectations a bit and get used to Icebrand Cecil being your damage dealer.
I think you're going to find that our players have to get used to Legend Sword Cecil being their damage dealer for at least a portion of the game.
Ah yes, Legend Sword Cecil is fantastic as a damage dealer, but it does look like our runners are off now. At least Arista's off. There goes Vitasia. We have Cecil here, joined by Kane. Is this even randomized? I don't think any of this is randomized, other than that Octoman.
You'll note that the runners do start with a black sword. That is in their starting kit. That's to make, starting Cecil a little more effective right out the gate. If you don't remember the vanilla FF4 game, and a lot of people don't, they just got the package, so they can get another character real quick, and it'll be interesting to see whether either of them checks that character real fast. But to complete their objectives, the moment they figure out where Rosa is, they're technically in go mode, because they know where every single other key item is in their path.
Yeah, our runners just have to run up Mount Ordeals, go visit the Antlion Cave for the Sand Rupee, and then once they get underground, which they will do, I believe, we do have Bedward on in this flag set, so it'll just be a quick talk to Bedward to get the Twin Harp, to go do Cave Magnus, to go do the Tower of Zot to get the Magma Key, to go to Dwarf Castle to get the Luca Key, to go do Sealed Cave for the Darkness Crystal.
You missed one small part. They have to go to Feymarch to get the rat tail.
Yes, they need to do that too. Yes, they have to do Feymarch for the rat tail and go up the tower, get the tower key from the top, and destroy the super cannon for the hook. Trade that for the adamant, which they need to forge with the Legend Sword from Ordeals.
Unfortunately, we just saw Kane, who is the one duplicate character in the seed, and there's no dupes allowed. So that package not being useful today.
I mean, did we want to sit through the package cutscene?
I think, to be perfectly honest, I think if that had been a good character, they did.
I mean, sure, if it's like a foo, but like... Yeah.
Now we get to see the fun of T-Shuffle. You will see a lot of Ether ones.
Oh yes, T-Shuffle, the flag set where there are many Ether ones, many life potions, many cure potions. I hope you like picking up all of your restorative items from treasure. Because that's what we're going to be doing.
Also hope people remember that Ether ones and elixirs sell for 1 gold and don't try.
Yeah, you do not want to sell any of your sort of MP restoratives. They are not worth selling. Also probably not worth selling a lot of the HP restoratives, because they really don't sell for that much.
No, but the few Cure 3s you're going to find early on could really be a big deal.
Or we could find a Ninja Star in Antlion. That's going to sell for a decent amount.
If we don't find the ninja, yeah. If we do,
We're so pressed for cash. Why would we want to, like, keep that? And dart it. Is the 2,000 damage on one enemy really worth it?
Probably a very good question. And here? Yep.
No, you go ahead.
Here we're facing off against Karate, only slightly in the wrong spot. You see, without any boosted weapons, except for that black sword, the damage is a little bit anemic.
Yeah. We'll get through this fight. It's not too difficult. Wow, another Ninja Star over in Eblin Castle. This Eblin play is really interesting, honestly, for Vitasia, because the T-Shuffle doesn't really have weighting in the sense of, like, waiting for each individual area. It's entirely weighted based on just, is it Overworld, Underground, or Moon?
And that's a really strange weighting where basically half of the stuff that was Overworld Underground stays there, half the stuff that was Moon stays there, and then they get mixed together and then sent back into their respective groups. So you could potentially find something really big on the Overworld.
Yeah. It's just like a little bit of a weighting to be like, okay, the Overworld is mostly going to have Overworld stuff, the Underground's generally going to have Underground stuff, and the Moon's generally going to have Moon stuff. But there's a little bit of shuffling around just to make sure that some of the things end up on the Overworld or in the Underground or on the Moon, and so they're a little bit spread out so that it's not all, oh hey, get to the Moon as fast as possible. That's where literally every good item is.
Well, I see the seed really wants to send us to Ordeals. Good news. We're going there anyway.
Yep, we have to do Ordeals anyway. May as well pick up a Tella along the way, and ooh, that's an Elven Bow out of that pot in Eblin Castle.
Oh, that was a big hit. That's going to make the Ordeals fight really easy for Vitasia.
Well, yes, the Cecil fight, yes, the changing room fight, definitely. Can't use it until then. Because unfortunately we brought along, I think, other than Yang and Edge, literally every character who never learned how to use a bow and arrow.
I think Arus is trying, selling the farm to get a black belt. And I can't blame him.
I mean, black belts are nice.
Oh, he already had Dragoon armor? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice defensive gear, but we don't really need defense at this point in the game.
True, but it's just, a nice hit, considering that there's only one or maybe two in the entire seed?
I think there's one.
Yeah.
Multiple elixirs in the Watery Pass, because why not? You can have all the healing items you want, just don't ask for, like, anything else. Nothing else.
You'll find carrots.
Okay, you can have carrots, yes, that's okay. Oh, and you can have, like, a cloth shirt, that's fine. Whatever.
Also, you'll find a shockingly high number of heal potions and may actually have a use for them, so...
Yeah. The heal potions are kind of nice. I mean, I'm on more normal fight sets. I'm usually a fan of purchasing a stack of heal potions really quickly, just in case a Rude Val or Dark Elf, which we will have to. Well, I was gonna say that, but the bosses are like the one thing that is like truly randomized.
Oh yes, bosses are completely randomized.
We may have to fight a Dark Elf or a Val somewhere along the way.
Val shouldn't be too rude, thankfully, because well, we got a vanilla starting friend.
Yeah, Kane is pretty good at handling Valvalis, although she could be rude depending on the spot.
That's pretty much her job.
A lot of this just like... That's a French vanilla iron ring, actually. That iron ring is usually earlier in this watery pass.
I love that Arusta went back for it. You have to know he's thinking, well, I have to go to Sealed Cave anyway, so...
Yeah, you have to do Cave Magnus. May as well pick that up and magnetize someone.
Did I say Sealed Cave? Wow.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's just a little bit off in this seed. It's great. I love it. We had to go defeat Yang in his cave to get a sand ruby to cure Tella's desert fever. This all makes sense.
That's how it happened in the vanilla game, right?
Yeah, no, totally. I don't know what you're talking about. This is definitely how the vanilla game played out.
I'm curious who this Hobbs character is going to be. It can't be Edward, and it can't be Fu. Yeah, I'm hoping for... I don't know who I'm hoping for.
Sid, training with Cecil.
I'm surprised he didn't do that.
I think maybe Arista was like, Marista's feeling very torn about this Sid. I, for one, would take Sid. Sid comes with a wooden hammer. That's like actually okay. And can do a couple hundred damage.
And can wear that Dragoon armor.
Yeah, Sid can actually do things and be like sort of functional.
Oh, this is a lot more daring. I don't know how much... If this...
Oh, this is fine. Tella has Blink. This is fine.
Was that vanilla?
Yes. It was vanilla Baron Guards chatting up Rydia. I guess the Baron Guards did the... brought Rydia over from Mist, and now they're questioning her.
That's tricky, because finding any summons is going to be really difficult. You can only find them in the summon spots, which makes sense, or the moon spots.
I think they do get shuffled in with the trap chests, actually, as well.
That might be true.
But there's only one copy of each, so... Yeah, I believe that the summon quest rewards, the Lunar Altar rewards, and the trap chest rewards are all shuffled in one big pool together.
Now that said, Mount Hobbs Flame gives you a reward, gives you one of them.
Well,
and we know we're going through Dwarf.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are going through Dwarf. But, I mean, we still can't get Bahamut from any of those.
Yeah.
If you want Bahamut, you have to go digging.
Yep. Vatasia is much more interested, and we know that this Sid can survive.
I mean, everyone will survive. It's just DKC at Hobbs is not really that scary.
Now I'm gonna let's remember to ask Arusta why he skipped Sid.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision. Oh, hey, look, it's Val.
Good thing we got that cane.
Yeah, no, very good thing we got that cane. This Valvalis gets a lot of physical evade.
Oh, Tella's going to be working overtime here.
Yeah. And looks like Vatasia on the back of Hobbs managed to find the white arrows. So,
Can't be the only white arrows in the seed.
I think there's like 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are 2. I think there's 1 pack on Hobbs and 1 pack in Damsian and Vanilla. So he's found one of the 2 white arrows. Definitely the prize he was looking for.
I'm a little surprised neither of them have at least peeked a few more shops just to...
Yeah, it really does feel like shopping a little bit at least to get some basic gear would be really helpful. Although, you really don't get a lot of money with T-Shuffle.
Yeah, yep. Depends how lucky you get in those gold piece chests.
Yeah, so our runners might be thinking it's not worth the time it'll take to check all these shops because I can't buy any of this stuff anyway.
And the good news about this Valvalis fight is Valvalis, I mean, look, hits for nothing here.
Yeah, this spot is the weakest physical attack in the game, so it's fairly safe. It's just gonna take a while.
Yeah, you think, well, Kane's not wearing the Dragoon armor anymore. Maybe he'll take some damage. No.
No, you need very little armor to take no damage.
Yep. And I'm sure Vatasia is having almost exactly the same thought that Rusa had, except he's got a Sid.
Yeah, Sid will do a bit more damage, as we can see.
Yeah, that wooden hammer plus Sid starts at level 26? Do you remember?
Sid starts at level 20.
Not 20.
Just level 20, so... But still, plenty of strength on him to get us through this Valvalis, with the help of Kane jumping, of course. Sid does not have enough strength to break through the tornado.
In case anyone watching is curious, normally Valvalis, well, actually not normally. If you remember, Valvalis cannot block underground. Well, this is not underground access. We know that. This is just the Legend Sword.
Yeah, we already knew this. It's actually really funny because under the K vanilla rules, if you're randomizing bosses, Valvalis can't appear at her vanilla location. She's not allowed to, because that would be gating underground access.
Huh.
She can't show up at her vanilla spot. It's fine. That would be too difficult. Even though she's actually slightly broken at her vanilla location and is actually just easier because she doesn't get all of her evade stuff that she normally gets.
Antlion's confused, thinks this is the moon.
Well, he's like, well, I'm behind Valvalis, so clearly I must be on the moon. To answer question, chat, the safety checks only happen if bosses are randomized. So with B Vanilla, the bosses are just in their vanilla locations, and none of the boss safety checks take place. And so that can lead to some other interesting underground access if K Vanilla is off, because we've seen it on this channel. I believe the magma key can be at the Odin throne with B Vanilla. It's a fun time.
What definition of fun?
The people who raced in Heroes for Journey, Season 1.
Okay. Hey, if they had fun, I'm not gonna...
Look, Baron's Heroes Journey was a wild time, and it's coming back for a Season 2.
Oh yeah, first club match is... I wish I knew.
I believe it is... I think it's Iridia flag set, and it's coming next Saturday. This coming Saturday, yes. is going to be the first race. But enough about Baron Hero's journey. We're here to talk about from the perspective of.
And right now, from the perspective of Cecil, well, he has a slightly unusual party for Ordeals, but yeah, he's rescued his girlfriend from, well, he's rescued somebody from this fever, and now he's fighting to become a paladin.
He rescued an old man from the fever and is ready to become a paladin with his friend, with the twins, Kane and Sid, definitely the twins.
Yeah.
Not like his childhood friend and this other, this engineer guy from Baron. No, they're the twins.
I mean, come on, they look exactly alike.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty clear that that Kane is the black mage and Sid is the white mage or chemist.
Yeah, no, this makes sense.
I'm sure Tello would look very pretty in a tiara.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This antlion is giving Arusta a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, turns out antlion is slow and you have to jump your way through it with a spear.
Yeah, I guess Kane can't really lose based off of the damage I'm seeing there.
I mean, every 1 damage adds up when you're doing double digits.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Arusta has the healing items to... There we go.
Okay, is through the fight. Great googly eyes are crumbling away into dust.
Vitasia with a little more offense is able to be a little more aggressive here.
Yep. We'll see if... Oh, yep, Arusta is going to go save immediately because there is a solo fight coming up.
If Arusta is smart, he'll throw Cecil into the back. Ooh.
Oh.
Probably didn't think this through.
Yeah, it's fine. To answer a question in chat, runners will sometimes pause and unpause when the enemy starts dissolving to make the noise stop, and if you run away, that's usually the first reason to do it because it causes lag, and if you hold run away during that animation, it will reduce lag if any of your party members are in the low health pose. Because the sweat drops cause lag, so it saves it saves frames.
Do we have Cure 3s? We do. This is a really easy fight.
No, don't fight. Use the Cure 3s. There you go. Fighting the D-Lunars is bad. Using Cure 3s on the D-Lunars, very effective.
Yes, Vitasia did save as well.
Oh, good.
Not that it's probably a concern. Vitasia probably also has those Cure 3s in hand.
Yeah, probably has at least some sort of healing items to throw at these D-Lunars. But with that on Arusta's side, Cecil has become a paladin. Tella has learned all the spells, including Meteo.
Which he'll never cast because apples aren't on in this seed.
Yeah. Well, you could get a lucky Soma drop.
What did they drop from?
There's a few enemies in Sylph Cave. I don't recall exactly. I want to say I've actually gotten some from some fairly low-level enemies in like the Antlion area in Free Enterprise.
Interesting.
But there's you can definitely get them as drops from enemies in Sylph Cave. Are we likely to see that? No.
Yeah. Vitasia using exactly the same method.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta kill your enemies with kindness.
to be fair, it's not even like it's a major resource to lose since both runners have a stack of elixirs already.
Yeah. Tier 3s are not very important.
Here's where we... Yeah?
This is interesting, actually. Arista heading into Baron Inn, even though this chain is not required. Might just want this Rydia.
The Rydia's good, and it gets you the Baron key, which can, opens the shop, so...
Oh, that is true. It does open up another shop, and these fights usually aren't too difficult, so...
That's gonna make things a little harder in the second fight.
Oh, and Baron Key could have Rosa. This is a good point. I would still, I think, want to wait until I'd seen the Zot characters first.
I think I'd do it for the extra warm body, but it's closed. Oh, forget I said it.
This might say no. Mom Bomb has feelings about getting through Baron Inn.
I don't know if Arista has the power to do... Well, no. Arista has a stack of ethers and elixirs, so it can get Tela back all the... But
you have enough restoratives that Arista can get through this.
That's the big problem, is the currently minied Cecil, who can't cover Tela.
I mean, I'm not sure how effective he would be anyway in the front row. This spot hits very hard.
Did he put the Dragoon armor on him? Did you see?
Yeah. It still hits very hard. Dragoon armor is going to mitigate some of that. Cecil will probably be able to take at least one hit, but surviving multiple hits is a challenge unless you've got something like a glass hat or crystal armor.
And this is where things get exciting.
Yep, that's an explosion. Oh boy. I don't know if Tela's gonna do this.
Tela should survive the explosion, but that virus has to come out real fast. This is a slow spot.
You gotta cast something real fast that will hit all 6 bombs. There's the virus.
Oh,
it's not enough.
No.
Well, that's one bomb. That's a second bomb. There's a second virus. And that's enough. Arista is through. HP right now, buffering the turn, buffering the ticks, saving the day.
That is the best fight I have seen.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That is amazing.
I think Vitasia will have a slightly easier time with this.
Yes, Sid will make this easier.
So here's where we see whether Arista remembers how vanilla works or not. Because other than finding that Rosa, Baron Castle is a waste.
Yeah, it is entirely a waste of time other than a chance to find Rosa. And we already have a number of other required places where we can find Rosa.
This is an amazing shop.
Oh wow, yeah. I love the Archer Mute. That's actually not bad. The Assassin Dagger is kind of neat.
Yeah, there is a lot of good in that shop.
Yeah. To answer a question in chat, yes. The fewer bombs there are, the less split the damages. So the spell did more damage to the remaining bombs because it does the same approximately total amount of damage. So those bombs disappearing was also great because it meant that second virus was more effective.
Ooh, and Vitasia has reset out of that. Probably decided doesn't want the Rydia.
Yeah, it might be feeling like Rydia is not quite worth the effort.
Realize how close to vanilla this party is? It's about to go into the...
Yeah, we just need to swap. Kane is young in disguise, right?
Pretty much.
And Arista's radio is definitely just Sid in disguise.
Both runners are not making the mistake I recently made with these flags.
Yeah, you need to actually pick up your twin harp. That's important.
Oh, it is. And Dark Elf mocks you so hard when you make this mistake.
Oh yes. Oh my goodness, we can swap from the Legend Sword to the Ancient Sword. Oh, that's so exciting.
That's a downgrade, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Vitasia checking. Are we gonna go check? No. Checking random obscure spot in the Chocobo Woods just because.
Yeah, the shop's really not showing their worth, mostly having obsolete J items that heal specific status ailments, and Cure 3s. We already have those.
Safeties are on, so somewhere in this overworld there are moon veils.
Star Veils.
Star veils.
Which is honestly good. Moon Veils would be too expensive. I don't think anyone would want to shell out 20,000 gold for a Moon Veil at this point.
I think you're correct.
Natasha, in Cave Magnus, finding a Darkness Sword, we can totally useful. Definitely want to use that. The joys of Tea Shuffle.
Early Darkness and Shadow Gear at least sells, not for great prices, but
Yeah, it sells.
yeah.
For prices that are non-zero and non-1.
I didn't see where Rusa got the bandana, but that's also a nice pickup.
I think that was in the armor shop. And yeah, that is a very nice pickup for on Arista's side. Sold the ancient sword to help afford that.
I'm suddenly having to remind myself of my own flags, but I'm pretty sure back row glitch is on. I'm
Yes.
a little surprised Vitasia doesn't appear to have back rowed Cecil.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have some time to figure that out while the music is playing. Oof, that was an unfortunate wipe from Arista having to exit out.
I'm guessing. Go.
Oh, I think was considering using Fire 3, but figured, oh, it's probably not going to pierce the magic defense, and unfortunately it does.
Yeah, I think it's what, level 3 spells and beyond that can pierce it?
Yeah, level 3 spells. Quake can sometimes, if it rolls high on a damage roll, it won't do much damage. Leviathan, Bahamut, Nuke, of course, all pierce it. But level 3 spells will usually not pierce it by much, especially if they're not hitting a weakness. But if you're hitting a weakness, it's basically you're getting the regular damage from that spell. As if it wasn't as if there was no magic defense at that spot.
I think the plan that Arusa's got is to go get levels on Cecil with Baron Castle. And I can't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty solid plan. There's some loot here. That samurai bow is actually really nice. Meanwhile, Vitasia, I think, is hunting down Flame Dog.
Probably. I mean, just some bonus experience?
Well, bonus experience, or could be looking for a nice weapon.
Oh, I didn't catch that. At some point, Vitasia found a Dwarf axe.
Ooh. That is really nice. And yeah, it has a Blizzard Spear as well, so can use that to get through the Flame Dog chest easily. So yeah, in vanilla, this Flame Dog is just guarding a fire sword, nothing to write home about, but in the randomizer, it can have any trap chest reward in the game. So it could be something really nice, like a crystal sword, or we could get an apple.
Crystal sword's not in a trap chest.
Actually, not an apple. We're not. Well, it's shuffled with moon spots and summons as well. But we could get something like an elixir.
This Flame Dog apparently knows who's going to hurt it.
Yes. That's some ice armor. I mean, that's okay. We got something out of a lower battle trap chest, which is like the next area you're supposed to go to.
Not good, but appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we missed Octomon with getting destroyed.
Yeah, Lit 3 will do that.
I hope that Arista isn't trying to keep Rydia down as a...
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think Rydia's just been falling over.
Ah.
Because she has 30 hit points.
Well, I don't know when we got that samurai bow either, but
Oh, that was in the the barren sewers. So just
I
a
thought
recent pickup.
that was samurai armor. No, that's a nice, very nice hit. Uh-oh.
Oh, hi, Sparkle. It's just paled him. It's okay. Everything is fine.
Eldon heard you and he's not amused.
We also knew this couldn't be Wyvern. Wyvern's not allowed to show up in Zot.
Oh, that's true.
Wyvern and Golbez are not allowed here. Meanwhile, the Baron throne, it looks like, is going to be Mylon and friends.
This should be a pretty easy fight.
Governance by the council. Looks like Arista is a little bit low on MP.
Arista, you have more ether ones than you know what to do with.
Yeah. You could also have just gone up and slept in Cecil's bed. If you go up into the West Tower of Baron, you can sleep in the bed at the top for a full heal. It's completely free. Also, to answer your question, chat, before it slides by, why can't Wyvern or Golbez be here? Wyvern, Golbez, and Valvalis are not allowed to gate or underground access, and we know our underground access is through this Tower of Zot behind the Twin Harp. So Wyvern, Golbez, and Val can't be either at Cave Magnus or in this Tower of Zot.
Curious which of these fights is going to end more quickly. I would have thought the Paladin fight, but...
Oh no, this Paladin has 9,000 hit points. So no. No, it'll probably be the Mylon fight. He's only got like 4,000.
Not even trying to wake up Rydia.
I mean, she's probably just gonna fall down again.
Maybe it's possible Roos is thinking about a slingshot.
I don't know. I mean, we also have been paying a little bit of attention to their inventories, and they have not found that many life potions.
And they haven't gone shopping for them either.
No. Well, we are down to just Mylon. All of the friends have been defeated. And Paladin is still doing slow dragon things.
Oh, we finally put that Dwarf axe on Cecil.
I mean, it's his best weapon.
Yep. Also, I'm really impressed how much damage that jump is doing, considering I know that's a Blizzard Sphere.
Yeah. There's the Oh My Body from Mylon, as Arista makes it through the fight first. It's through Baron Castle. And gets... That's not a Rosa.
No, this is a double zonk.
Yep, total zonk. Unfortunately.
Like this is in K Vanilla. This will give a pass, but passes aren't on in this flag set.
So you get nothing.
You get an exclamation point.
Yeah. I wonder what we can do with that exclamation point. I mean, technically it does open up the Odin spot fight if you really want to fight through that for a bonus item. Speaking of bonus items, that's our demist at Dwarf Castle.
That's not a bonus item.
Not on this flag set, no. I just wanted to segue.
Fair enough. That's a good place to see the demist. No, we don't want to see this bonus Eddie.
It's Edward and Porum just hanging out in the Tower of Azat. Hey, look, we have a real white mage now. That's exciting.
Oh, Zot definitely not handing us what we want to see. Vatage's spoon flag is not on.
You can ditch the Edward, it's okay.
I can tell you right now, Vatage is looking at the flags.
Probably just to double check whether spoon flag is on or not. And no. No. No, you should take that Porum.
Rooster's on a bit of a shopping trip. I don't know what he's looking for, but I think he found whatever he wanted.
I think found a flame spear for Kane, but I don't like that Rydia anchor. It's not a really Rydia anchor, Orista. It's not how this works.
Like you even named your character heroic.
No, you can't anchor with her. Cecil is the agility anchor. Also, apparently the Tower of Zod is governed entirely by orbs.
Yeah.
Wait. The orb that was going to crush Porum has come to attack us. This all makes sense.
This is canon now.
Yes. The orb that was about to crush the imprisoned Porum is going to be is attacking us on our way out.
Also, I want to think for a moment what it says about the fact that Eddie is taking the role of Kane as the traitor, and Porum is taking the role of Rosa as the hostage.
Yeah.
And we are about to get an encore.
Oh gosh. Well, I guess we ought to be quiet and let y'all enjoy a reprise of Rydia's theme. And that is Arusta through that elements at a Cave Magnus fight.
Which I now have a second question to ask Arusta. You notice he did use Lightning 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it worked. He might just have been like, I guess I'll try this time, and then realized, oh heck, I probably could have just gotten through this easier. But anyway, Vataja's gotten through Zot, has the magma key, and Vataja can get underground now.
And now here's the first place where we get a little bit of a potential divergence. There's sort of two paths you can take here. You have to take them both, but there's two paths that ahead of you. One is Dwarf Castle, following up with Luca. And the other, the one that I hope the runners will probably lean towards, is going up the tower and then back down to grab the hook, to get the, and then grabbing the rat tail from Fey March, and using that to get to do the forge and hopefully get Cecil a good weapon.
Hopefully. I wouldn't mind doing Dwarf Castle first, especially just to peek for that Rosa as well. While you're there, just be like, hey, I want to know I have a Rosa so I can get her levels and like make her useful and all that sort of stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah. I do stress the hopefully Caliburn and Flansword are in the mix.
Yeah, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, scrap metal is also a thing that can show up. I might just be thinking that because you usually get it from Cecil's trial.
Oh, I thought that was only available for Edge.
Oh no, I think Cecil gets all of the zonks. I think. I am not positive on this. Also, I think Vataja may have just found some artery arrows lying around.
Very handy. Especially with that samurai bow. Being a little cocky about checking those chests.
Well,
vanilla chests are not on. They're traps.
Ooh, vanilla traps are not on. That actually... if I knew that, no, because things are shuffled a little bit. It's weird.
Wait, did we just get the 82,000 gold one?
Yep, we won the lottery, folks. Vataja has won the lottery, has won 82,000 gold from the random chest in the Fey March.
Oh, at this point, you gotta go straight to the tower. That Coco shop is money. Oh, we had a poison axe somewhere too. There's another nice sell.
Or you could spend like half of that money on sirens.
Yes.
That seems like a good purchase. We don't need to get... No, you don't need any more. You have enough, Vataja. You will have 10 key items before you grind. If you don't, you should.
Well, Vataja bought 15. That's right.
But we have a Zerker party. We don't need 15 for a Zerker party.
Good point.
We don't need 15 for anything unless we had like Rydia. And Vataja left Rydia behind. 10 is plenty.
Yeah, Vataja took one look at that mom bomb and said, sorry, Rydia, you aren't worth it.
Vataja's actually coming down to the Fey March to peek the two bosses. Interesting.
And one of them is completely free.
Well, free if you can, like, stop them and knock them down quickly, but I don't think we have ways to do that.
We have Tello with stone.
Good luck getting him a turn.
You put Cecil in the back, cover strats.
At the levy spot? You're taking a lot of damage unless you got like an adamant armor on.
Also, that's not the back.
Yes, no, that is very much not the back. This is not going to work out in your favor, Vataja. I am sorry.
I haven't been watching Vitage's shop. It's possible that he bought a coffin or an hourglass.
No, we are going for stone.
No, we're just...
Porum is dead.
Not that she realizes it, but...
Took a second for her to realize, but yes, no, Porum is dead. The guards are the true rulers of the Feymarch.
Just fine.
They're gone.
Free experience for everyone but Porum. Not that we really need it with all those sirens.
Yeah, we can get Porum up later. We're setting up a slingshot. Okay?
Blizzards.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Vitasia bought one of those earlier. That is one of the lower tier rewards in the pool.
Little surprised Vitasia didn't at least peek to see who the Sparkle was.
I mean, are
I'd
any
wanna
of those gonna be real easy or like free to get?
I just want to know who's out of the pool.
That's fair. I would very much like to know if Wyvern is out of the pool.
There's the hourglasses.
Because Wyvern at certain locations can pose a huge threat to this party.
Though we do have a surprising amount of agility manipulation gear.
Yeah. I think one of the runners did see a cursed ring in a shop.
Oh. And we have a nutritionist at the Job Dwarf.
That's nice. Nice to see Job Dwarf has pivoted from growing food to figuring out what the best food is for people to eat.
I think Vitasia's going to sell the farm for that light sword. Without having checked what's in the... Yeah, without having checked Kokol.
I don't know about that. I would have at least tried to get that. I mean, we only need to beat the 2 bosses at Tower to get the Kokol Forge online.
Yeah.
This to answer the question, chat, this is Supersmith is on as part of the Sea Hero flag. So Kokol will forge a random weapon for Cecil from the Game Boy Advance version.
And to answer that even more so, I actually tried to turn it off, and the randomizer told me, no.
No, not allowed. Not allowed to turn Supersmith off with Sea Hero. It's a part of the Sea Hero experience.
I learned that. I only tried to turn it off for this flag set, none of the others, but...
I figured it was for this one in particular because, you know, guaranteed XCal is nice.
And so also, I think we just got 20,000 more gold.
Why not?
Just 2,000.
I was like, I don't think there's 20,000 out there. I think the 82,000 is the only real big one, and the others are like 5,000 max.
Something else we learned from the async this week. The very high looting in this flag set. From the people who did the async, the lowest of the looters was 101.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to find the goods, you gotta open a lot of boxes. Because there's not that many goods. We found the Sammy arrows, that's not bad. There's the bandana.
Is the only rose on the giant? Well, I guess we'll find out.
It's possible.
We've seen the only dupe so far, right from the start.
Yep, we have seen the only dupe. There is a character still here in Dwarf Castle. There's a character down the hook route, actually, which is worth mentioning. So once we do that lower Babel, we can get that. There's a character on the moon, and then there's a character in the giant.
To answer Lord Goober's question in chat, there were basically 2 averages for the async. One group of people came in right around the 2-hour mark, and one group of people came in right around the 3-hour mark.
Oh boy. We may be here a while. Anyway, this is Baigan at Dwarf 1. This is fine. Porum needs a nap, but this is fine.
That light sword's suddenly feeling like a slightly better investment. I still don't like doing it before the before the forge, but
I don't love the light sword investment, but it's fine, I guess. I would honestly prefer to have invested in that curse ring. Much cheaper, probably more useful long term.
Do we know if Vitasia is the one who saw the curse ring?
I believe Vitasia did. I believe he did see the curse ring. I think he's the one.
I don't know what weapon Sid's swinging. I think Vitasia sold that poison axe, so...
Yeah, I don't know. Meanwhile, Arusta has made some decent progress through this Tower of Zot. Has, catching up, is about to unlock the underground, and we'll see where he ends up going once he gets underground.
And curiously took Eddie.
Oh, interesting.
I'm really curious if Arusta doesn't understand how this, how Sea Hero works in terms of agility.
Yeah, you're gonna have a difficult time setting up Edward strats.
Definitely seems to understand where all the vanilla key items are, at least.
Yes, that is good.
Or just as going to the only place left on the map.
Well, I don't think either of our runners defended Fabul.
True. That just would have been another black sword.
Yeah, no, don't defend Fabul on K Vanilla. It's not worth it. Just get fade Fabul.
Hey, I gave the black sword from the start.
K Vanilla brought to you by Team Fade, hashtag Fade Fabul. Fabul is never the right choice. Always rush Baron in.
That's something else that neither of the runners did, which I'm a little surprised about, is that neither of the runners took the black sword off to sell it before going into that.
I mean, they might have forgotten. Oh, hi, Fusoya. Hi.
Not a Rosa, but we'll take them.
Yeah, I think Tella's time and the team is done. We have Fusoya now.
We might have just lost Warp, though.
This is true, but the Warp Witch is off. And we can get it back before Sealed Cave, so it's fine.
We got Nuke, so who cares?
Yeah, we have Nuke. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Fu has Nuke.
Who apparently also has Warp. Thank you, Ribbon Quest.
So yeah, this is a reason to do Dwarf Castle. Because if we looked at the remaining characters, there's only 4 spots left, and they are without Dwarf before going into Dwarf, and it was Fu, Edge, Rosa, and Hallam?
Hallam, yeah.
And I think seeing any of those characters show up here would have been like, yes, please get in my party. So yeah, I definitely am fully behind this Dwarf play. Before the tower.
And you're right, Tall Grant. We got lucky. We got Ghost Hand. Best hand.
Yes. Ghost Hand is the best.
Now let's see if Arusta also gets lucky and hits that 82k.
It does pick up the rat tail from its chest.
Finds the sirens, but doesn't have that 82k.
It hasn't picked up the 82k, so it's gonna sell a few things. You can sell the whistle, it's okay. We will forgive you.
You can sell that silver staff, nobody wants it.
Vitasia, it looks like, is going trap chest hunting in Lower Babel. This is actually I think, a really solid play on T-Shuffle. There's 4 chests here that are all fairly easy, and they are 4 tickets to the trap chest Lunar Altar Summon Pool Lottery.
Ooh, we're not going to get that 82k. That's a little painful.
Ooh, yeah, missing out on that huge pile of money does hurt. Unfortunately for Vitasia, Kane is not strong enough to one-shot the alerts.
And this is one of the few cases where Nuke is not your friend.
Well, Nuke is your friend. Nuke can one-shot the alerts.
That's fair.
Anything short of Nuke will not do any damage to the alerts, so do not try.
And we get a fire sword. How close to that is vanilla?
No, that's the thing from Flame Dog.
Oh, you're right.
The fire sword and the ice armor swapped spots. Maybe not exactly, but
Close enough.
yeah. Swap dungeons. It's fine. I'm just laughing because that's like actually worse than what, just objectively worse than what you find here in vanilla. And this is not a particularly high value location in vanilla. Hey, look, we found one of the ribbons.
There are 3 ribbons in the game total, right?
No, just 2, I believe.
I always thought there was one extra hiding somewhere in a trap chest, other than the
I
double
don't
ribbon.
think so. I believe it's just the 2 from the D winners.
You're probably right. I'm probably remembering the fact that there's 3 ribbons in Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah. No, they only give you 2 in this one.
That's a hit.
Hey. Yep, that defense sword is very good. We like that. Yes, okay. That is a solid chest, yes. We appreciate defense sword, Kane.
And Arusta is taking on this Baigan fight with a lot less firepower.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a dicey play here, and I honestly don't know what Edward is doing in this party. Why did you get rid of Rydia for Edward? I don't understand.
More and more, I just have to assume that Arusta doesn't understand how the Sea Hero agility works.
Might not be familiar with the Sea Hero flag.
I mean, Kane's hitting like a brick, and I think he's wearing that Dragoon armor, so...
Yeah, Kane is pretty safe. Cecil is doing fine. I say that as he does like 400 damage.
Cecil's probably still in his cloth. I don't know.
It's fine. Vitasia found a full moon.
For
So
the
that-
edge that we haven't seen.
Yeah, the edge that is at this point either in the hook route on the moon or in the giant.
One of those 3 isn't bad. We got easy access to the hook route, I guess, so...
Yeah, the hook route will show up from this tower play. And then, we just have to do sealed cave to get access to the moon.
Okay, this just became a problem.
Yeah, that is not good. And yeah, Arusta is resetting. Because, oh dear.
Yeah, I think that's a very good change right there.
Yep, put Cecil in the back row, keep him safe. Keep Tella safe, actually, especially. Because Tella, you kind of need Tella to be your white mage for this fight. Until you ditch him for Fu, and then Fu can be your white mage, and it's okay.
We got Dark Elf at the top of the tower.
That light sword is going to do some work.
Well, like I said, I didn't like the play, but
No.
it's paying off.
I really didn't like it, but it is proving it to be quite valuable, and it is saving a decent amount of time.
That defense sword means that probably not going to be punished by it based off a Coco shop either.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that nuke's also going to rip through the Dark Elf like hot knife through butter.
Yep. Doing Dwarf before Tower was definitely the play. Not sure I would burn one of the hourglasses here, but I mean, they are in the shop, so it's not a huge deal.
Not a lot of places to use them either.
That is true. We have what, this spot? I mean, you're not gonna waste one of the super cannon. The sealed cave and the crystal sword altar, and that's basically it.
I mean, Vitasia could decide to grind the moon, but I get the sense that his plan is to just get these 2 key items and grind eggs.
It does certainly seem that way. You would not need 15 sirens to grind the moon.
Ooh, and that's Kane going down. That is not good.
Yeah, Kane does not have the armor he needs to stay alive in the front row. Yeah, this is just unfortunate here. Cecil just not having the damage that's necessary for this fight.
I think Arusa might want to take some of those 10 sirens and
yeah, it might be time to crack a few of them.
Oh, and Plague just disappeared.
Bye, Plague. I don't know why the Dark Elf wouldn't trust Plague to operate the super cannon. Plague is only one Plague. Plague can't push all 3 of the consoles at the same time.
Plague doesn't even have hands.
He does have little tiny ones.
Oh, Arusa's definitely thinking that Edward is an anchor.
Yeah, there's no reason to knock Edward down here. He is not... He may as well be gaining levels. With the Sea of Hero flag, there is literally no reason to knock anyone down unless you want to slingshot them for a grind later. But doing a grind with a character down is not recommended.
I think those Artemis arrows are on
Yep.
on Cecil.
I mean, the Artie arrows do provide an easy grind at least, so that's working out well for Arista, but I think he might be thinking that he does have a decent anchoring setup because Cecil is naturally just fast. But if his anchoring setup was correct, Kane should not have gone first there. Anyway, in the meantime, Vitasia has escaped the tower, picked up the hook,
and did not get suckered into going to the pan for absolutely no purpose.
Hey, if you run the pan, you get one more chance at the Trap Chest Moon Rewards Summon Orbs lottery.
This is true.
From the Sylphs.
This is true.
You only have to walk for like 2 minutes, and you get a free chance. No fighting involved. Just one and done, boom, here's a shot at this lottery.
And if you find Edge, you get one shot of 9999 damage.
Yeah. Answer a question chat. Pigtail is not actually placed anywhere in this flag set. The Pigtail does not exist on Undercave vanilla situations because the Pigtail is normally only dropped by Pig Puffs. And Free Enterprise changes that drop to be directly adamant armors. So you cannot get Pigtails. So we can only 16 out of 16 this seed.
So if the runners do anything but 14 out of 16, I'll be really surprised.
Well, anything beyond 14, yeah, would be a little bit shocking. Vitasia, it's looking like, is never going to get that Baron key, and you know, that's fine. Although that might come back to haunt him if Rosa keeps not showing up.
Yeah, I don't know. So he hasn't seen Rosa yet, so I imagine he might walk the hook route all the way to check that.
I expect we'll walk the hook route to check that. We'll probably go through Sealed Cave and get access to the moon and check the moon character first, but might opt to do Baron as opposed to the Giant.
Yeah, if she's on the Giant, I have to... Oh, there's Levia in the shop.
For that Rydia that Vitasia does not have yet, because she's in Baron Inn.
No, I was just noting that you can actually buy it in the shop, so.
Yeah. Well, of course, the shops aren't, like, restricted at all. Also, I think Rydia learned Leviathan from her grow up sequence, so we don't need it. Even more reasons for Arusta to have kept Rydia.
I mean, any reason's good compared to Eddie.
Hey, look, it's not Rosa. That's not Rosa.
All right, 50-50.
Is she on the moon, or is she in the Giant of Babel, as Palom is left to deal with the Magus Sisters on his own?
We have a true Scala special.
Well, Vitatia's gonna go Forge first.
You darn Skippy. Here's where we see whether that light sword purchase is gonna bite us or not.
I mean, based on how this fight is going for Arusta, I'm not sure that light sword purchase was even that bad. Although it has now, it looks like, gotten through that Baigen.
Right. And since we know we're getting a new capable Fu, the next fight is Child's Play.
Yes. Coco is selling a few decent things. Ribbons, power shirts, life staves, and Murasames.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, that is the Lightbringer.
Wow. And Cecil is online.
That is the exact opposite of a womp from that check.
Sell that light sword, get a power shirt on that boy, and
Yeah, goodbye lightsaber. We don't need that. Please buy a power shirt. Yes, buy a power shirt. You're not gonna find one. Just buy it. Slap
boy
it
in the back row. He
Cecil.
doesn't need to be in the front row.
Yeah, you can put him in the back row. It's okay.
Asia kept that ice armor.
So yeah, the Lightbringer is very good. It has 255 attack power. It has all the strength bonuses and all the good bonuses to stats. It has it's holy elemental and hits. I think it hits the undead weakness as well. It's basically just Crystal Sword but better.
Doesn't it also actually pop the holy spell?
You can use it as an item in Free Enterprise to cast holy. But why would you do that? Why would you do that if you can't just attack?
No clue.
It is 15 agility. It is 15 extra agility, which is a consideration to be made.
Interestingly enough, that could solve a problem we talked about previously.
It could. I mean, Cecil's not the fastest character by himself, though.
No, but
yeah, Cecil is doing all of the damage.
Yes. This is going to be an extremely fast grind here.
Well, not really much faster than normal, but it's still...
Well, yes. But in the sense...
It's going to go as fast as possible.
No, Z won't be taking straight nines from the sword.
It won't be quad nines. I expect maybe 6,000.
Yeah. If we find a Zeus gauntlet, up that to 7.
Yeah. Maybe. That's like the high end, honestly. Yeah. Maybe if we over level a lot, we'll hit 8,000. But you gotta get into like the 60s for that, and I don't think we're going there. Those are the kind of levels you only see on K Everything Seeds.
The only way we're getting to the 60s is if Rose is on the Giant.
Which, I mean, she could be.
50-50. I guess, oh, it's not the Alt Gauntlet. It's the normal Gauntlet. I was going to say if the Alt Gauntlet's it, but no, it's the normal Gauntlet.
Just the normal, regular old Gauntlet.
Arusta is following the footsteps. We'll be coming onto this Dark Elf fight, and I expect that this will go very quickly because nuke.
Yeah, Arusta, I think, will not have any struggles with any of the remaining fights. Because nuke. Nuke is good.
Nuke solves pretty much every problem.
Yes. Well, nuke for the first phase, weak for the second phase.
I saw how much damage nuke did from Vittage. I think nuke will work on any phase.
I don't think nuke one-shots here. Nuke, it has more than 10,000 hit points. So weak is better.
True.
Because weak can do more than 10,000 damage. It just can't kill.
We have the moment of truth coming up on Vitage's side.
Yep, we are approaching Sealed Cave, which is a potentially very dangerous boss spot. Not because it's particularly hard-hitting, but because it has a ridiculously high agility stat. Not quite as high as Zeromus, not as high as the element spot, but it is the next highest spot, I believe, in the game. And fast anchoring here can be very bad, especially if you end up with a boss like Wyvern. Because the magic here is also very high.
And just as you called it, there's a weak.
There's a poke. Dark Elf is dead. And for Sealed Cave, it doesn't matter how much damage your Cecil is doing. If he can't get a turn before Wyvern goes Blarg, he's dead.
Come on, there's got to be like the 1 in a million chance someone dodges.
No. No, you would need to dodge so many rolls.
I did say like 1 in a million.
No, it's like physically impossible. You have a max number of dodges based on your stats. And that's like 3 for most of this party. Maybe Fu has 4 rolls. Maybe. I think it's 3 though. You are not avoiding quad 9s, but it's okay. It's just Kenazo. This is fine.
Oh, this is really exciting, but it's fine.
This is a much easier fight.
Okay.
We have avoided potential complete garbage.
Oh, ooh, good lightning bolt. Wonder where you found the lightning bolt.
That's a real good question, actually.
I must have bought this from a shop. I just didn't see it.
Maybe a trap chest? Because light bolts should not be for sale under S standard.
Maybe that 4th alert trap chest. I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's probably a trap chest, because the trap chests can contain some of those HP-based J items. There's, I think, 1 of each in the pool. Maybe 2 of each in the pool. I'm trying to remember.
Well, that's well over half of Kanizo's health here, so he's just become a pussycat. That was
this
cute.
is fine now.
That was cute, Kanizo.
Yeah, I know there's 1 of each from the Ghosts and Sylph, and then I want to say there's some in the Lunar subterranean as well. Oh, it might have dropped from an egg, actually.
Oh, good point.
That is probably where it came from. Because we do have T-No J on, so there shouldn't be J items in treasure chests, but we don't have no J drops on, so you can totally get Japanese items from drops.
Oh yeah, I intentionally left that on just to make the edge siren steel. Oh, and there's a rope of shame.
Yeah, edge siren stealing. About edge siren stealing, it doesn't work if edge doesn't show up.
I said make it a chance. I didn't say make it a short thing.
Anyway, we have escaped from. We have defeated the Fiend of Water in the in this really dry looking cave. Don't question it. It's fine. This lore makes perfect sense. Kenazo took all the water out of this cave and hoarded it for himself.
I mean, we have Kane in our party as we're walking out here. This is completely vanilla.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I see nothing wrong. Nothing unusual about this perfectly normal playthrough of the vanilla game of Final Fantasy IV.
We have Arusta visiting, also visiting Eblin, probably going to see that Palom and immediately duck out as well.
Yep, gonna check the shop here as well. But yeah, is still looking for that Rosa.
It occurs to me, I never saw those star veils on the Overworld, and I'm thinking the one place that neither runner checked was Fabul shops.
That, and I think Silvera.
That's true. Might be true. No.
Oh,
Arusta went to Silvera. Arusta went to...
I did not pay attention to the shopping.
I didn't catch what Arusta bought there, though, so...
There's supposed to be star veils on the Overworld, guaranteed. So they must be there somewhere. But anyway, Vatasia is heading to Mysidia to raise the big whale. It's time to... It's only been an hour and 23 minutes. This is such a fast speed run.
That's a lot of the way I look at... So, clearly not all of the perspective flags work out this way, not even close. But that's the way I look at the first one, the Cecil one, it is the vanilla game, mostly, much, much faster than normal.
Yes. Exactly. No, you would not. If you were playing vanilla, you are not getting here in an hour and 24 minutes.
No, in an hour and 24 minutes, you're probably still banging your head against Ordeals.
I mean, if you're speedrunning, you might be like underground. Maybe.
That's fair.
Barely? No, not underground. Never mind. That's. I'm trying to think. You'd probably be in like Baron Castle. Baron Castle may be getting Twin Heart. I don't know the paces of vanilla speedrun very well.
Neither do I. I want to say Paladin percentage comes in around 50 minutes, but I
yeah.
could be
so you could get past Ordeals, but not that much.
Here's another moment of truth.
Is Rosa on the moon?
Come on, game. Don't leave us hanging. It's Rosa!
On the moon! We don't have to do the Giant of Babel! That's amazing! If we had to do the Giant of Babel, that element spot could have been real bad.
Yeah. I mean, good news is Wyvern won't kill you there.
Yeah, but Bahamut, well, it may. It might.
You can get enough health to survive the...
You can, yes. Will you have enough health at this point? Probably not.
I didn't see how many Sirens total Vatasia decided to go with.
I think it's just like mid-40s in terms of levels, which is not enough hit points to survive a Mega Nuke at that spot.
No, I assume that Vatasia would have to...
At least not consistently.
Would have to head back, grab some gold dragons.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd be more scared of Bahamut at that location without having Veils already. Because Bahamut will be counting very fast. Bahamut would get to like 3 before you get a turn.
Yeah. Even with a Wallcaster, that's not going well.
No, Bahamut too fast.
Now, like I said, the runners should know that the Veils have to be on Earth somewhere, so...
Yeah. And I mean, we don't need it anyway. All we need to do now for Vatasia is go up the Crystal Sword Altar and then fight Taramis.
And we don't care if we see a Wyvern here.
Oh no, this is an easy spot for Wyvern. That's the only dangerous stat here is the physical attack, and we can mitigate that.
Heck, this is vanilla Wyvern spot. Let it happen, please.
We have seen Antlion. Antlion was back on, or the back attack of Ordeals.
Antlion got lost.
Yeah, not on the moon.
Alt Gauntlet is not on.
Oh, but if it was Alt Gauntlet, we could have had this Gauntlet, which is absolutely terrible. Oh, really?
Well, I'm sorry, Leviathan. You're about to get murdered.
We forgot to put hard bosses on the moon?
I don't know. This is the only one we're going to see.
Yeah, we ran out of hard bosses for the Crystal Sword Altar. We're sorry.
So I still don't know what weaponry Sid's using, but we know that Cecil's got the weapon to end all weapons, and Kane's got a defense sword. So this is some pretty good firepower for Z.
Yeah, this is gonna melt away real fast, and Z is not gonna last too much longer.
Also, if I remember right, Sid's weapon was pink or purple too, so they're all swinging pink or purple weapons.
I love it.
This is what you get in vanilla gameplay.
Hey, look, it's a mute knife. That's from the trap chest pool. That's the mute knife from one of the chests in Sylph Cave. I want to say Toad Lady.
You don't. There's something I would not remember.
I want to say that's from Toad Lady.
And so our Edge was sitting on the giant.
Yep, Edge is just going to stay in the giant. It's fine.
He wasn't part of the vanilla story anyway.
Yeah, we don't need him. Not important.
At least not as Cecil remembers it.
Yeah, Cecil doesn't remember Edge. Who is Edge? I mean, for Potato, Cecil doesn't even remember Rydia or Jan. Like, who are these characters? Cecil remembers the other characters in this. Not even like Palom. We saw Palom briefly, and it's like, oh, I guess you can do your own thing. That's not a part of my story.
I think Cecil might need some glasses, though, because he appears to be confusing his fiancée with a 5-year-old child.
Yeah, that's probably that's an issue. Cecil. Also, I don't know why you think Sid and Fu are in your party right now. What? Did you mistake Sid for Edge and Fu for Rydia?
Fu for a 16-year-old green-haired girl?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You're correct, Fiery Blizzard. Fu does end up as Z, and when we eventually get to the Fu flags, he has a Z fight, specifically because of that. That's one of the things that's going to be going on with these flags. You only fight Z to end the seed if the character is fought Z.
See, that makes sense. So I expect then we can see it in 6 of the flag sets because we have Fu and then, of course, Cecil, Kane, Edge, Rydia, and Larza.
7, actually.
But as Arista is getting his Darkness Crystal, we have a question to ask real quick. Whose butt are we going to be kicking tonight?
You're going to be disappointed by the answer.
It's the Romas! Oh my goodness, is this even randomized? It's not. It's not. So, we forgot to randomize this. Or rather, we intentionally didn't randomize this, it's fine.
Where is the map on Zeromas?
I mean, I see things that kind of look like mandibles, so I think it's kind of towards like the very front of Zeromas.
I'm increasingly concerned about the answer to this question, so I'm going to stop trying to look.
Yeah, I think it's like right up at the very like front.
Well, we didn't really need Porum for this fight. Fu's here.
And Scala, yes. Zeromus definitely has a butt. You can see it, like, right down there. He's, like, even putting his, like, arm on his hip.
Alright, so quick math here. That's about 10k around. Yep. This Zeromus is gonna go down real fast.
Yeah.
Those Bacchus wines were a very good purchase.
Yeah, it does help when you have a source of dessert that isn't like your food.
I think it's pretty clear that we didn't even vaguely pay attention to agility here, but that's okay.
Yeah, Cecil's like a bit over 28. Well, over 28 without the bringer. He's over 42, it's fine. This is fine.
That's fair. I guess it's just we didn't buy any silk webs from the shops. Not that they were necessarily there, but I don't think we even looked.
Yeah.
And with Porum going down so quick, there was no chance to... maybe she started with a slow. I didn't catch that, but...
Maybe, but one slow is not going to do that much.
Nah. If we assume Cecil's working at 42, that's RA 3. Get it up to RA... I don't know how that rounds. Does it actually do 4.5? I don't think so.
I mean, it's not really like an RA. I think it would round to about 4. So it makes a little difference, but not a huge difference.
Yeah. But Cecil and Z at about the same speed.
Yeah, Z's still a little faster.
Because our only real concern here is if Fu falls to one of these big bangs. But Z's just low rolling here.
Yeah, Z is not rolling high enough, so this is fine.
And we should be seeing rocks pretty soon. On Arusta's side, Arusta has just launched the whale.
Yep, so Arusta will be entering go mode soon once he sees that Rosa is on the dais. And honestly, not too far behind considering the detour through Baron Inn and Baron Castle.
And the was it 2 wipes toboggan?
Yeah, I think that's really just about it.
Yeah, surprisingly fast. I unfortunately didn't pay attention to that Kanazo fight, but I'm assuming it just went very well.
I mean, it didn't... I don't think he had any struggles with it. It had already grinded up, so it's not really a particularly challenging fight.
That will be 4 big bangs. Ooh, and that one took out Cecil.
Oh, that is unfortunate. There goes the big heavy hitter.
Yeah,
How many light pots do we have? Okay, we have 8. That's plenty.
And we've got 6 elixirs, so...
Yeah, we're fine.
Like, there's part of the real vanilla experience. You got to the final boss, and now your inventory has every elixir you ever found in the entire seed. Or in the entire game.
Oh, wait, you mean like just how I play every game?
You and everyone else.
You can't use elixirs before the final boss. What if I need them later? You also can't use elixirs during the final boss. What if I need them for the secret post-game?
This could be bad.
Oh no. This Cure 4 needs to happen like now. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, Fu is fine. Fu is fine.
Fu, direct cast that nuke and end this. I think he has to survive 2 meteors to do that.
Yeah, there's one of those already. And that one hit. We are queuing up a life 2 on Cecil. That's not a terrible idea.
Low though.
Dodge that Meteo, that's good.
Okay.
So I think we're fine now because Cecil has enough hit points. There's another Meteo completely dodged. Cecil takes a swing, and I think
That didn't do it. Wow.
we need more.
Gotta be 1 swing away.
Healing just for safety, because, I mean...
Yeah. And the power couple's now in full control.
Yep, there's another Meteo, but it's fine. We still have plenty of hit points. There's another swing, and that is a flash, and that is Vitasia done with this race.
Whew. Give me a heart attack there,
Place
Stan.
with a time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 18 seconds. GG's to Vitasia. We will see about getting him in here for an interview.
Well, we do have Vitasia coming in soon, but let's also pay attention until that happens. Let's look at Arusta fighting. Oh, there we go. Welcome, Vitasia, and congratulations on winning the race.
GG's, thank you, everyone. That was, I think, a lot of luck, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there was some luck involved. I think there were also some really good decisions on your part. One thing I wanted to call it was that light sword purchase, because we were talking in the booth being like, I'm not so sure about spending all that money on that lightsaber. That's a sizable investment. But then Baiken happened.
Yeah, it was absolutely, playing around with the flag set last week. I noticed like that it's effectively a race to like get your final game gear, like to turn in the Coco Forge, and you need just like 1 or 2 pieces of gear. And you saw that I made another kind of hefty purchase into a Blizzard Spear, and that was kind of my early game investment to let me carry through that. And then the Light Spear was that mid game.
And then the Feymarch King was rude enough to give you a second Blizzard Spear.
Yeah, that was interesting because I checked those just kind of out of habit, and when I saw that one of them was doable, I'm like, hey, let's try to get some cheap, easy experience right there. And luckily, Sunlight is the first one. Yeah,
maybe a good weapon or something. I don't know.
But how did you feel when you hit that 82k chest?
At first, I thought I didn't know what I was looking at. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, there is a chest in the vanilla game. I believe that's the vanilla middle finger chest from the hook route in Upper Babil. Right before you fight King Queen Eblin. That has 82,000 gold in it.
See, and that's interesting. I saw that and I was like, well, that takes care of a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Because that effectively bought all my sirens that I wanted.
Yeah, no, it bought all the sirens you wanted and then some.
I'm sure you breathed a sigh of relief when you saw Kanaizo at the sealed cave.
Yeah, I mean, at that point in time, I had already done my grind, and I was like, between that and Cecil with the bringer weapon, I don't even know which one's that's supposed to be, but everything just kind of melted after that, so...
Oh, that's the Lightbringer. It's the best one. The one with the most damage.
Felt like it.
It's the one where you do Cecil's trial perfectly, and you get that one. and it's really powerful and does all the damage. And then also in the advanced port, sometimes when you hit things with it, it casts Holy for like an extra 6,000 damage. It's great.
I can tell you from watching you play, probably the big difference between you and Arusta was that you picked up that Sid and Arusta did not.
That's interesting. Sid kind of carried early game. And like I knew from playing the flag sets before that the early game can be very, very rough and kind of loot light, and you don't expect any J items to help you out along the way. So when I saw that Sid, I'm like, a free level 20 who can deal at least decent damage? Okay, I will absolutely take this.
Yeah, no, Sid is honestly really solid, even with his basic wooden hammer. Like, compared to Spear Kane and Blacksword Cecil, they're not doing a whole lot.
No, and I was, at the end of the game, at end of the race, I was praying because I still hadn't found Rosa. And, it was one of those, okay, route for optimism and hope I don't have to go back down to the earth to check. Because I think the only two places character checks I could do were at Baron Castle, so I would have to do the inn and then kind of route that in, or in the Giant. Neither of which I really wanted to do, so I was really hoping.
I mean, you didn't miss much in Baron Castle, it was just Yang.
Yep. In fact, we're seeing Yang right now as Arusta fights Z with Yang. So yeah, if you went to Baron, you got a Yang and nothing.
Yeah, I mean, knowing where all the key items are, that everything's in their vanilla locations. You try to skip what you can. Really, the only things you could skip here would be Fabul, diving into Baron, and again Self Cave. So pretty much anything where Yang is in there at all, except for Lower Babel, like skip, and then you're good.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I never thought of it that way. That's amazing.
Just skip Yang. Yang doesn't matter. I mean, we do Dwarf and Lower Battle. Yang is there for those two, but otherwise, just skip all of the Yang things.
But no, you're right. You're skipping all of Yang's story points.
Other than the super cannon thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've made a Yang flag set. I know what his objectives are. Yeah.
You made an anti-Yang flag set.
By accident, yes.
Yes. So I guess our Yang flag set is going to be basically the exact opposite of this.
I'm more than happy. Ooh, oh, that's a wipe for Arusta.
Oh, unfortunate. That Big Bang rolled just a little too high.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to reveal at least one small piece of the Yang flag set. Most would say secret until, but the one small piece is that the treasure chests have max tier 3.
Ooh, that is spicy.
Why do you hate fun? I need to know this about you, because I feel like
Yang doesn't need any
like
weapons higher than tier 3.
Need, but still likes. I mean, I love me a good power shirt on Yang.
It's fine. You can still get higher tier stuff from trap chests.
And shops.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Firebird, for putting all this together. It's a fantastic flag set. I'm looking forward to continuing to run these, along with all the other clubs that I've joined. Oh my gosh, there are so many awesome clubs this time around.
Well, I'm very glad that you ran in the restream part of our initial race. Next week, as you probably know, is Kane, and this is the one warning I give of kinda Catalyte.
Ooh. That's
Kane.
gonna be exciting.
Yeah. But not restreamed. I hope to see you there, and once again, congratulations.
Thanks so much, and thanks to comms, trackers, Restream team, everyone behind the scenes, GG Arusta. I know you'll get there, and everyone else kind of behind the scenes. Great race, absolutely.
Yep, GG's again, and thank you for joining us, Patasia. Now, Arusta is headed back into the Zeromas fight for another shot.
While we were speaking with Tasia, we did have a second place winner off stream. Commander Leonhardt finished with 1:40.56, so just 2 minutes after Tasia.
Yeah, that really not bad at all. GG's to Commander Leonhardt.
That was a much tighter race than anyone knew.
Mm-hmm.
We have Commander Leonhardt in chat saying so many clubs. I think unfortunately what I think is going on right now is Arusta is still under the impression that Edward is an anchor.
Yeah, I think unfortunately that's what's happening here, and so Arusta is essentially handicapping himself by giving himself 4 functional party members. And
Yeah.
Cecil's at 46 agility, I believe, is what I saw in the menu, so...
It's not terrible?
Not the worst agility value, but not great.
No, especially given that Kane's probably like 33 to 35.
I think Kane is 37.
No, a little higher than I
He's a
thought.
little fast.
Yang's gonna be probably what, low 30s?
Yeah, probably low 30s, if that.
Okay,
It's not fast.
Yeah, you gotta heal up that Cecil though as soon as he gets nuked. You can't.
Mm-hmm. Well, Fusoya is not fast enough, just flat out.
But you got an inventory full of elixirs. Just
That's true. You should just throw one of the 5 elixirs at him with, like, Yang or something. Because, I mean, what also hurts, I think, is just not getting these berserks up.
yeah, and he never bought the Bacchus wines from
No.
Dwarf Castle, I want to say.
Yeah, Dwarf Castle. And I think part of that is just not finding that 82,000 GP chest. Which has made money a lot tighter for Arusta.
I didn't see how many eggs he grinded. You know, that's going to be, let's say, probably 10 eggs for 15,000, but that doesn't go too far. Enough for this fight. What set off that nuke? Did you catch it?
I did not.
Something.
I don't think we're that far into the fight that we'd be in phase 2 yet.
Yeah. Let's see. Commander Leonhardt is saying that took Rosa from the moon and slingshotted her from the ribbon room, hit the last objective, and took a trapped behemoth on the way out there to get Rosa's hit point up after giving her all of Fu's gear.
That is one way to get
found
Fu's
a
gear.
crystal sword.
Amazing. That's where the crystal sword was.
In the behemoth chest.
Yeah, I mean the one crystal sword, because there's only one crystal sword in the entire pool.
The most unnecessary crystal sword ever.
Yeah, who needs the crystal sword? We have the Lightbringer.
Give the crystal sword to Kane. See what you can do with it.
Yeah, honestly, I think the lack of Berserk here, and also the lack of not having a 5th functional party member, not having Bacchus wines here, and making Fu do all of the Berserking is just really hurting Arusta in this fight.
The Rusa's trying to nerf all of these big bangs.
Yeah, I'm not sure how necessary nerfing all these big bangs is.
It might be.
I mean, Fu's probably fine.
The problem is,
this timing is not correct.
yeah,
These
that's
are not
it.
nerfed.
Well, the last one was. This one was not.
Yeah, this one was definitely not nerfed. And that is posing a big problem for Arusta. And we are definitely still in the first phase, as there's a virus coming out.
Oh, that's actually
That-
nice. Glad to see that, Virus.
Just a little extra time to hit Thromus a bit.
I haven't been paying attention to who's got the lower damage, but I think in either Yang or Kane just have to become a chemist.
Yeah. Well, I would say that if we had more Tier 3s than elixirs, but we don't really have that many.
The Cure 3s are... I think that might have been the last one.
Yeah, we're out of Cure 3s. We have, I think, 3 more elixirs? Four elixirs, something like that.
I mean, if we can just keep...
Oof. Yeah. No, these crystals, I think, are just coming out too soon.
Yeah, it's so hard to time when you don't have a Berserker.
Yeah, and you do have to give that little bit of delay after the shake. You can't just go right after. That one was nerfed, but Yang did not survive because Yang has bad magic defense.
Problem is we're just in survival mode right now. There's no damage going out.
Yeah, this is very, very slow chip damage coming out here.
Okay, Kane.
I really do not like using Cecil's turns to revive people. Use Kane's turns for that. Cecil is your big damage dealer. You need this fight over.
Kane, I'm sorry I said no damage. Will you accept the apology?
Like, Kane can do damage, but Cecil can do... Because Cecil can go burr.
Yeah, Cecil should absolutely be.
Cecil has the power of Lightbringer on his side.
Like, I absolutely feel this moment where you are going through your inventory going, what healing items do I have left? I've done this in so many games against final bosses.
Yeah, this is just, unfortunately, a really rough situation to be in for a reset. And, oh, that is a terrible nuke target.
That, if this was nerfed, that saved the day.
Yeah. If this was not nerfed, that's not great.
That was not
nerfed. No, that was not a nerf. You did it too early.
That was a high roll too.
It is time to reset. Like, I know it kind.
Yeah.
I know it kind of sucks, but I feel like at this point, you just gotta go hunt down Bacchus. You know they're available in a shop.
Or get a lot more levels.
Bacchus solves that. I would not be hunting down a lot of levels. Levels are slow.
Well.
So I suppose this ribbon room isn't terrible.
Also, this Violent Z is going to absolutely melt.
We found the 200 experience pinata. 200,000 experience pinata, sorry.
Oh, please stop killing Edward. He really doesn't.
Please stop! You're not. It's not an anchor. This is not how Sea Hero works.
It's just cruel at this point.
Why is Edward here? Why, Arista? Why? Why are you doing this to poor Edward? He just wants to. He just. Like, you. Just don't take him. It's fine. Anyway, this Bylon Z is completely melted because Lightbringer go burr. And what are the two bonus items that we get? The Slumber Sword, which I believe comes from Ebwood Castle, and a Ninja Shirt, which is the Red Giant's chest, I want to say, on the moon. So, no value. And Arist is out. Arist is done with the moon.
Yeah. Like, Arusta's a trooper here. I am really impressed that he hasn't forfeited. So I am very like, this is putting in the effort, and it really just seems to come down to not realizing how C-Hero works, because everything else says that he knows the mechanics of this game. He knows how to.
No, it's really just that little agility thing. Yeah. Other than not realizing that Cecil is his anchor, I think he's really handled this seed quite well, and has, set himself up for success. Is now realizing, hey, Bacchus blinds might be a good idea. Let's go buy some of those.
We don't really need to sell anything at Arusta. We got enough money to buy.
Well,
10.
I mean, we may as well sell some of these things. It's not like they're useful. We don't need any of those things.
But that Slumber Sword and that Ninja Shirt was our reward for the ribbon chest.
But we don't need those.
Yeah, the true reward was just watching all those nines. Arusta? He didn't shop.
Did he not?
He didn't shop.
No, he did buy Bacchus.
Oh,
he
okay.
spent 50,000 gold.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, good.
He sold up to like 98,000.
I missed it then. I just blinked for a second.
He also is buying strength rings, which will help with the damage output a little bit. Kane, why do you have a poison axe? Oh,
he never found the defense sword.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, didn't find the defense. It was in a trap chest in Babel, I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I don't know that we saw anything better anywhere else. Coco Shop didn't have anything.
No, this is the best I think we have. So it's time to, I think, head back.
Commander's Kane had a Dwarf axe.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
And we're still shopping. I wonder what we're looking for now.
Maybe a silk web.
That would be useful. I get the feeling that Arusta did a very good job of remembering where all the important where all the important items. Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Remembering where all of the things are in shops? Oh my goodness.
So Arusta either has an amazing memory or writes all this down, because this is just...
Honestly, this is impressive. Like, this is so much more impressive than any of the other things. Just, like, actually knowing where items are when you need to look for them 2 hours into a seed.
I mean, like, I usually will know where Bacchus is. I've got that.
No, I'll know where... knowing where silk webs are, that's never something I take down a note on, because I'm always like, oh, I'll buy them right away.
Yeah.
But,
and that, I find that really impressive, too. But the strength rings blows my mind.
Oh, absolutely. Who writes down strength rings?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
Like, yeah, we're gonna end half an hour late after Vitasia. I don't care. This has been a wild and amazing run from start to finish.
Yeah, no, that, honestly. Knowing where all the things are in the shops is just... Oh my gosh. I could never.
Yeah, I mean, think about things we've seen. We saw him skip Sid, which was, really just saying. Then we know that there were clear problems with understanding how the anchor worked. But we also saw that ridiculously amazing fight versus Mom Bomb.
Oh yeah, that Mom Bomb fight was so close. Amazing to watch.
Like, I'm sad I didn't clip it. That was legendary. Don't worry, Scala's going to clip it and post it. So
yes, that is definitely a highlight of this race for sure.
And then, so he has trouble with Bagan, fine, but he figures out how to do that.
He figures out how to get through that fight, gets the Fu, nukes a bunch of things, gets the Lightbringer, handles everything really well.
We're bringing a pretty respectable Yang to this fight. I mean, this is an almost 5,000 hit point Yang, so... Boy's doing his job. And of course, we've got Cecil with, the big guns. But we can't quite get it to work, mostly because of the Eddie problem. So what does he do? He goes on the shopping trip to end all shopping trips. Like, you were, I don't know, I'm not going to say what you would do, because
I would be checking every shop, being like, oh, I know I saw these here. I know they have to be available. Where are they? Like, for Bacchus, I might go straight to the Bacchus shop. And then maybe I probably wouldn't even bother with the armor shop. I would have been like, whatever, I'm not going to bother shopping for armor. Because I don't remember the strength rings are there. Why would I remember that?
Yeah.
And then I'd be checking every single shop looking for silk webs until I found them. And Kaipo might be like the last thing I check.
So here I was wondering why he was selling the farm when he had more than enough money. He knows what he's doing.
He knew. He wanted 3 strength rings.
And 2 silk webs.
Exactly. And he got those 3 strength rings and 2 silk webs on top of his 10 Bacchus.
Yeah. Like, I would have searched the entire overworld. I would have been in every single shop.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I would not have even thought about the strength rings, and I would be searching the overworld for a silk web. I might have even just said heck it with the silk web and just gone with the Bacchus.
But, he went, and think about it, when did he check that? And he must have checked that like 5 minutes into the seed.
Definitely more than an hour ago.
Like, I'm trying to remember. I believe, was it Arusta who went straight to the Sand Ruby? Whereas Vitasia, because I think Vitasia went to the, to Eblin?
I think so, yeah.
Right. So
no, Arusta must have checked that super early and then remembered that almost 2 hours later. Truly wild. Anyway, we have another Z fight happening.
Sorry, Eddie, you're not living through this one either.
Oh, poor Edward.
Like, I would think that the fact that that Cecil's getting off that crystal each time would be the hint, but either Arusa doesn't know that, or it's we're 2 hours in. And...
Yeah, and also might not be feeling confident in knowing, like, I know how this agility setup works. I'm used to this traditional RA1 setup that I think I have. And might just be like, oh, that's weird. Oh, well. And just kind of writing it off and not realizing, oh, that's actually, like, a thing that is different.
First Silk Web was a little too fast.
Second Silk Web was also too fast because Zeromus is RA3.
Oh, I think we got to reset. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait. Patience.
Again, I think he thinks Zeromus is RA1. That should have worked at RA1. Yeah.
No, it would have absolutely worked on RA1. The first one would have worked on RA1, but Zeromus is RA3. So, those Silk Webs are coming out way too early.
I mean, everything about this strategy is great. I assume this time what we're going to see is basically the exact same start, except now a Bacchus wine on Yang.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid plan. Bacchus up Cecil and Kane. Just get them swinging, especially Cecil. Just get him swinging.
Well, he has to start with the crystal unless he does the cycle. He could cycle through them.
Yeah.
It's confusing if you don't know what your agility numbers are, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, I don't know if the Free Enterprise channel has sort of VODs of greatest hits, but man, Arusta is definitely putting in a good fight for a greatest hits VOD.
And it does look like Arusta has decided to parry around a bit. Wants to get Cecil a turn earlier.
Can't blame him.
Sees Kane taking a turn here. Well, I guess that might be expected because Fu's not relative agility 1.
And Kane's not doing much. Oh, the parry's surprising there. Like, I would have
thought to Bacchus someone.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to Bacchus at least one other person other than Cecil, and I'm like, you know what? It can be Yang. That's fine. Just get someone buffering this queue. Fu gets a turn, which is like, okay. Yes, we'll Zerk Cecil.
Sure. Good play.
Cecil gets the turn, which is awkward. Because we just have to get rid of it. Now Kane gets a turn. Time to Silk Web. This should fire.
Yeah, and we don't care if Kane's Bacchus right from the start, because let's be honest, his damage is going to be anemic.
We only care about Cecil and Yang. Or Cecil, really. Yang is also, like, kind of helpful, but not essential to Bacchus up right away.
That nuke was surprisingly weak.
Yeah. I don't agree with not Bacchusing either Kane or Yang. I would Bacchus at least one of the two.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he didn't. Maybe he's worried that he'll need a. There we go. Kane is getting you.
I can understand maybe wanting to parry around. I would have probably delayed and just tossed. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have just delayed the Silk Web toss.
I'm thinking Arusta thinks he's going to need a chemist, but I don't know. I think Yang's probably dealing more damage than Kane.
I mean, I'm not sure. Yang isn't that... I mean, he's not like that overload, and Kane does have, like, a defense sword.
Not that it's going to matter much. We have a Cecil.
Oh, no, that's not a defense sword. Right.
Yeah.
He has a Poison Axe. Yeah, no, Bacchus Yang in that case. Yang is better. Poison Axe Kane, no thank you.
I mean, it almost doesn't matter. 7,000.
Cecil is definitely the Zerker of choice.
Yeah, Yang has just been sent to chemist duty. 8,000.
Chemist and nerfing duty. Oh yeah, Cecil is kind of destroying Zoromus right now. Oh no, a nuke.
On Yang. How will he ever survive?
That might have been a fake shake. I think we have enough damage to skip that big bang.
I think we have enough health that we can take the
there's another shake.
Take the full big bang if we need to anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nothing's killing Cecil. Nothing's killing Yang. Nothing's killing Kane.
That crystal might be a bit early. But we're probably fine. I mean, Cecil is no longer fine. If this is not nerfed. If this is nerfed, he's still fine. That was not nerfed. Cecil's not fine.
Commentator's curse.
I didn't think it was nerfed. It looked early to me.
We're gonna use a cure. I guess it makes sense. I was thinking Papa Elixir.
Well, we need to cure for everyone anyway.
All right, the black hole's fine. We got enough Bacchus that.
Yeah, we've got plenty of Bacchus to spare. Okay. I would honestly say just don't bother going for nerfs here. You don't really need the nerfs to survive in this situation.
Commander Leonhardt is absolutely correct. When you think you're in an ROA1 fight and you're not, nerfing is really tough.
Yeah, nerfing is hard when you're not in an RA1 fight. But especially if you think you're in an RA1 fight and you want to just go for these nerfs for safety, and it's... Yeah, no, the window for nerfing, I believe... I mean, it doesn't change. It's the same window, but it gets proportionally smaller. because you get more time between the shake and the Big Bang. But the window is still exactly the same size. Because you have to do it between Zeromus entering the queue and Zeromus actually executing the Big Bang. And that is a fairly tight window. That doesn't get long.
Where are those 7s and 8s we had before?
He's trying, okay? There's an 8.
Whoa, no meteor.
Oh, we are done. We're just done. That's it.
That's done.
That is Arusta finished with this seed with an official time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 42 seconds.
You don't usually see a lot of fights that end without without rocks.
Yeah, GG's to Arusta. We'll see if we can get him in here for an interview.
And that's Arusta. Welcome. Good game, Arusta.
Hello, thank you, and GG's to the other opponents as well. So Vatasia finished in first. Big
That's
GG's to
Arusta.
Vatasia.
Welcome. Good game, Arusta. So we have some big questions.
The fact that I forgot about the agility being tied to the hero.
That was one of the questions, yes.
Yep. Out of curiosity, it sounds like you know now. So when did you remember?
Right near the end, when I saw, I'm like, why does Z? Like, I feel like I'm like, well, I've Eddie in the right spot. He's slow enough. I mean, maybe I could lower the battle speed, but it seems like Z is just getting way too many turns. And it's like, oh
yeah. No, your Cecil, who now has plus 15 agility from the Lightbringer, is actually your anchor at like 46 agility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like, oh gosh, why are you taking Eddie? And then, oh gosh, why are you doing this to poor Edward? But yeah, that would explain it. And honestly, even considering that you adapted to the situation so well once you realized, and honestly, you were adapting to so much of this seed really well. I just want to shout out that Mom Bomb fight.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was a very clutch Mom Bomb fight, and definitely a highlight of the seed. Also, can we talk about the fact that you remembered where the silk webs were?
Yeah, I hadn't written down any of the stuff in the overworld, but I was like, because I remember it was very early, and I was like, I remember that was like where I bought black belts as well, and it's like, oh, that's Kaipo, because I remember thinking at that point, it's like, oh, I should probably buy one for Z now, but I don't really have any money. Like, I had enough for it's like, well, what if I find something I wanted? So.
Yeah. No, it was a really heads up remembering that. And the strength ring.
Yeah, that was just amazing. Like, we're watching here, flabbergasted that you knew exactly where to go for silk webs and strength rings and Bacchus. Especially when you must have seen those silk webs 5 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, the other big thing I learned, I don't know if you guys discussed this, I'll find out when I watch the restream. So T shuffled, like I've never actually played with that flag before. And then it's like, why are there so many, generic items like life potions? And then it's like, and then I was thinking about it, realized this, like as I was going underground, like when I started running around trying to looking for items, because I'm like, man, I really need something better than a spear and like Cecil's starting item. And it's like, why am I not finding anything in chests? And it's like, oh yeah, if you think about it, where is everything in vanilla? It's the flame dog chest. It's tower trap chest. It's trap chest, trap chest, and shops.
Mm-hmm. No, and there's some decent things in untrapped chests, but they're few and far between. And a lot of the early game, especially, is just loaded up with these random healing items.
We were all holding our breath for you because there is an 82,000 gold piece chest in the game, and we knew where it was because we saw Vatasia pick it up. but you didn't go to it.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in the Fey March in the group of 4 chest that's on the way like out the exit teleporter tiles.
Okay, yeah.
And because you exited out of the Fey March, you missed that 82,000 gold, and it was just like, well, that could have been all of the money you need for shopping. The chest in vanilla is the middle finger chest in Upper Babil.
Yeah.
That chest. So that's where it is in vanilla.
I'm curious to watch back the replay because I know. I'm interested to see just like how Vitasia ran the seed on their side.
The other small question we had is, why did you decide to skip the Sid?
So, my first thought was like, well, like at that point, I was like, I don't know how much damage these do. I don't know if I can actually survive the waves right now. I probably could have, couldn't I? Is that what?
Everyone would have survived the waves, not just Sid. I mean, Sid joins your party before that, and Sid would be easily surviving it. Everyone would have survived that wave. Maybe Kane goes down. Maybe.
Yeah. After I walked away from it, like if you saw, I walked back in for a second. I was like, well, maybe I should. And then
Sid with his wooden hammer is very solid. He would be doing about double the damage that Blacksword Cecil is doing, roughly.
Yeah, because he also
200 to
starts
300 damage because he's like level 20 and has that wooden hammer is actually decently strong.
Yeah.
That was the big early divergence, though. Even with that, and with you doing Baron, which Vitasia didn't do, you were only like 10, 15 minutes behind, maybe probably about 10 minutes behind him for your first try on
yeah, I mean, Baron I knew because it was K Vanilla, like I knew that wasn't necessary, but I also knew like at some point I'm going to be looking for characters. Maybe this would ping the Rosa that I need. And it's like, well, there's some experience there. There's a bunch of chests.
Yeah, unfortunately, just didn't pay off this time. There really wasn't much of anything in Baron, although the Yang was kind of nice.
Yeah, so, thank you everyone for watching. Definitely thank you guys. Do you have any further questions or?
What were your thoughts on the seed and the flags? Any of that?
I found it really interesting. Like, it was a really interesting, like, set of flag sets. Like I said, I've never really played with, the T shuffled much, and K Vanilla is just a flag like you never see. I thought it out in advance. Like I actually wrote out, it's like, okay, here's everything I actually required to do. Here's where I can route some stuff in. So I actually have a little document handwritten next to me where it's like, okay, this is the plan basically. So that was an interesting thing, is just like with K Vanilla, knowing where everything is, being able to plan out in advance, okay, where am I going to make this thing work? And then having to adapt on the fly, like, oh, well, what can I do here? Can I beat, this particular boss or not? So, let's route in something else, which the trip to Baron or the extra shopping or etc.
That's it. I remember the other big question. When you first fought the elements, you almost used Fire 3 and then you didn't. But when you next fought them, you ended up using Lightning 3 on the water element. What decided? Why did you end up doing it that way?
So I remembered that like the Dark Elf has like crazy high magic defense, but I wasn't sure if it was like split between them or not. So it's like, so that's why I didn't use it on the first set. But then when it got to the second set, it's like, well, maybe it used up all the magic defense on the first half of the fight. The second half is weak.
It gets all the magic defense on both sides, but when you hit a weakness with a level 3 elemental spell, the level 3 elemental spell has a base power of 256, which is already more than the magic defense of 255 by just a little bit. And hitting the weakness doubles that base to 512. So you get basically the damage as if it wasn't weak.
Okay, so in that case, like if I'd used the Fire 3, that would...
it might have one-shotted.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, no, the level 3 elemental spells are worth using if you're hitting a weakness there. If you're not hitting a weakness, not so much. You might get a few points of damage, maybe a couple hundred, but it's probably not worth the time. It's 256 plus up to times 1 to 1.5 from there, and then times however many multipliers you have.
Got it. Interesting. All right.
Well,
Good to know.
I want to thank you for playing the seed and playing on stream for us. Just so you know, next week is Kane, and it's an entirely different set of flags. No K vanilla. So I hope that you enjoy those as much as well.
I will, and thank you very much for setting up and running this club.
Xenocat, you want to take us away?
Yeah, sure. I believe that will do it for us tonight. But we do have a place for you to go. We're going to be sending you over to Mike34, who is in the middle of a ladder race. So do not spoil his opponent. Do not spoil give advice in this ladder race. Don't even spoil this race. Maybe he wants to watch it back. Maybe there are people in his chat that want to watch it back. We don't know. Be considerate. Don't spoil things. We have newspapers we will blog. But with that, I have been Xenocat, joining at Firebird Lover in the booth for this inaugural race of From the Perspective of. And we will see you. We have Ladder Standard community race tomorrow night, right here on Free Enterprise at 8 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune in then. And until next time, have a good night and stay safe.